Welcome back, everyone. Today we are re-entering the RNG operations with yet another challenger here. Today we are going up against Chaos. Chaos chose the Wiederingstieg map. He is playing as the US. We rolled random Finns for the Axis, and we are playing as the defensive doctrine, which is my least played Finnish doctrine. Mainly because I hate defensive doctrines most of the time. We are playing late war, and we are rushing out a recon squad to the center, along with a regular squad as well. And we did just get the second regular squad as well. One of the benefits of the Finns is just the amount of infantry you can kind of pump out. As we can see, we've already got 3 squads out. Although one is small, it is just a recon squad. Looks like Chaos has a infantry squad coming in along with a 30 cal Jeep. I don't know if that is a 30 cal Jeep infantry call-in or if it is one of the main call-ins. These single buys, so we'll have to see. No idea what doctrine he is at the moment. But I do know some of the recon, some of the doctrines do get a 30 and then a 50 cal buy. So, could be one of them. But so far we're doing fairly a-okay. We've got a pretty decent position in the center. This map, the ruins on both sides here are pretty beneficial to hold. And we do have our, obviously our third squad coming up that's going to push kind of in front of our home point here. And we'll try to get into this secondary compound right across the street. Chaos is a very good player. He's also another YouTuber. He's been featured in a couple games here on the channel, here and there. First time in the RNG operations, though. So definitely check out his channel as well. I don't know if he was recording this game, but maybe we'll see it up on his channel for his perspective. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he wasn't. We sometimes have issues when we're both recording at the same time. We do get some lag like this here and there, so who knows? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I did not ask, ultimately, in this one. But we've been able to kind of secure the northwest pretty effectively. We're able to get kind of a guy into his back compound as well, which is pretty crazy. We've got a couple guys out on the far west side as well, just kind of watching that flank. I have kind of given up the southeast, which might end up being a bad thing in the end, because we have no line of sight. But we are able to get this guy with a Swolmy up. He absolutely guns down some of the guys on the 30 cal. And then we are able to get him into the building. And I know Chaos's guys coming to the map. And we'll gun this guy down and ultimately fall. But we do have our 4th squad coming up. I'm going to lay down some smokes. Set up the MG in the back, and then I'm going to dig some foxholes. Looks like Chaos is also bringing a squad up at the same time. So we're pretty much right on par with each other in terms of timing of our infantry buys coming up here right now. Still has that 30 cal Jeep. And we are going to bring in a tier 2 squad now. Along with another tier 1 squad out to the right. We'll reinforce that as well, considering he's taken out most of those guys. I tend to think that the Finns are a bad counter to the US, so I'm very nervous once we kind of get into the later game here. I'm going to send a recon squad out to the southeast just to put some presence out there, just to keep him honest so that he can't kind of sprint up and get into my back lines. I really don't know what we're going to be able to do against the American armor, depending on what doctrine he has. We do have, in the defensive doctrine, obviously, the coastal defense guns with the heavy engineers, so maybe we'll build them. We'll see. I don't like them either because they're static. They're very easy to destroy with, like, planes or artillery. So it's almost kind of a waste, but I really don't know if we have anything else to deal with heavier armor, so this could be bad. We do see a 50 cal Jeep come out, so he is one of the 3 doctrines that does get it. So we've narrowed it down to all around, irregular, or defensive. He's not offensive at the very least. So we don't have to worry about the super version coming out if we make it that long. Or the 76 up armored. Checking to see if I can hear anything with tier 1. We do have the 40 ITK, LTK available. Looks like he's making a push out on the west as well now. We're gonna kind of move some boys around to kind of cover that. We did pull up a AT rifle section to try to deal with these Jeeps, something I don't normally do. But it's been recommended to me in the past that I should use them more often when I have them available. So, trying. I am listening. We'll see how effective they are. Hopefully we can take out one of those Jeeps. Still not hearing any heavy armor, so we are going to go with the AA gun. We'll get that thing up. Should be able to take out infantry as well as maybe some light armor. Although I still don't know what he could be bringing up at the moment. But we're just decapping and recapping in the center. His Jeeps are just laying down a lot of suppressing fire, which is a little unfortunate for us. We're not really able, neither of us are really able to hold the center at the moment. I'm going to set up the 40 LTK, ITK, on the main road here. If we can actually see his Stewart, which is convenient, it's the M5A1. I believe that is all around. So he is the all-around doctrine, which is not good. So I do believe that will actually have a priest in it if he goes with that for tier 2. So our AT guns are pretty useless. The heavy coastal defense. So that priest is so accurate, it's just gonna destroy us. But we do have some shock troops coming in. Not gonna bother pronouncing the Finnish. Struggle with pronouncing with the German squads, obviously, and learning that replay. Thank you guys for all the helpful info, but yeah, I'm not gonna try to learn Finnish. No desire. But I've got no idea if this gun can take out the Stewart. I would assume it can, so I've smoked out. I'm gonna try to move him up. I'd switch him over to AP. I know roughly where the Stewart is. Looks like he is out of range though. And I think we're maybe out of his line of sight. I don't know. Probably not, considering we fired. But I'm gonna pull him back. I don't want to lose this thing to the Stewart immediately because I do need it to kind of counter the infantry as well. Looks like we were able to take out one of the Jeeps. I believe that's the 30. 50 is still up on the left. I'm gonna set up the ITK on the left side of this building, kind of out of line of sight. It can still get over to the left. So we can kind of lay down some fire over there. And I'm just kind of waiting for the Stewart. I want to wait for his move and see what he does. We're going to get some boys out onto the right just to kind of protect our home point, since we are pretty sparse over there right now. Stewart is still sitting there. He hasn't really moved it. So we're going to try to maybe sneak up and get first shot on him if we're lucky. There's a little bit of intervening terrain. We are in range. I think we're hitting, I think there's a Cromwell that's over there. Ooh! We get a nice shot to actually ammo rack him. So we internally took the Stewart, which is fantastic. So now we can kind of bring this thing up and go to town. We'll let the ITK kind of do its thing. Hopefully it can clear off the center a little more effectively. We do have limited time until we get to tier 2. about 6 minutes away. So we really kind of have to hold down the center right now. I'm going to move the ITK over just to get a little better line of sight on this right side. Because I still want to try to take advantage of the west and the position on the west that I have. With those buildings across the street and try to push in from there. Don't know if I'll be able to, but we'll see. Looks like I'm unable to hit the Jeep. This is backing off. Our reinforcement squad is coming in. It is just a tier 1 squad though. These guys are gonna get absolutely shellacked. Looks like he's also got a 50 cal set up on the left too. But we have managed to grab a hold of the center. We're gonna set up the ITK, 40 ITK in the main causeway yet again. Yeah, brought in some heavier infantry, it looks like, in terms of cap weight, as he immediately flips it. But we'll get 2 more guys in to try to do something here. And we are kind of cap locked, so we'll just get a couple more scouts up. Got a lot of guys dug in on that left side in foxholes, so I'm trying to get lucky if I can. Brought up some ammo, just play it safe behind that building. We got to take out the 50 cal on that Jeep. So he's just shredding the infantry. Get a lucky shot. Somehow managed to take it out, but there is another one there. That might have been the 30 cal. And it looks like he is making a push over on the west side now. We're going to pull up an officer for spotting and potentially get into that center to try to secure that cap weight. We really kind of need anything we can get at this point in there. And an officer would greatly help. Moving over the 40 ITK, I'm trying to get in position to halt his advance on the west before he gets too close. We see there's a guy sitting in that window. Looks like we're able to do, looks like we can take him out. So we kill him. We don't really have line of sight on these other guys that are coming up. I'm gonna try to move slightly. We're still unable to secure the cap value. The 50 cal emplacement is back up, and the HMG is up there as well. We're gonna call in some more shock troops, and we're gonna rush in this officer. We're not gonna use him to spot. We've moved the 40 ITK over, and of course, as we do that, Chaos is taking advantage of that movement over here to now smoke out. As we hit the canvas on the blitz. We are running out of guys over here as well. Those 2 of these guys don't even have ammo. We're going to take 3 of the guys at least and put them over there. Even with our officer in the point, we only have a 2 plus value. So he's either got rangers in there or he has his own officer. And we're just barely hanging on. We're able to bring these guys up into the point. And just in time, as Chaos is now coming in. We did call in some reinforcements as well, but again, it's only 4 guys in the scout section because we're still kind of CP locked here. And I really don't want to call in any of the really cheaper, crappier infantry. The lowest of the low. But we're about 2 minutes from tier 2, so I believe it's time to just get the field engineers up. He can still get a super Pershing, not a super, a regular Pershing at some point here, if he wants, if he so desires, but he's really not going to need it considering we're the Finns, and the heaviest armor we could get is a 234-85. Which we haven't even started to work on in the progression before yet with captured vehicles there. But we really can't afford to waste the MP to kind of cycle by it right now, because we need to just keep getting out tier 3 infantry, tier 2, tier 3 infantry to kind of refill our ranks as we're just getting gunned down on that side. We're going to try to set up 2 of these big guns. I really don't know if this was a good call or not. I figured it might be regardless, because any other vehicles, any tanks, those things can also take out infantry and, you know, the terrain. So I figured it might be worthwhile just to get them regardless. We have the DP for it, but I generally do think they are a waste unless they're, you know, maybe like mid-war or late or early war. We are now losing our home point. I believe we're potentially flipping the center, or Chaos is flipping the center. One of us is flipping it. He's got a 1-0 lead on us. It looks like he's got a ton of engineers. So I think he's just spamming engineer call-ins right now, or maybe he was spamming them a little while ago and just kind of stacking them up, as there's a guy inside the building, there's a guy in that building with the shotgun. Man, those shotguns are crazy. Managed to gun him down. We've been able to kind of flip the value with all these Swomies here on the shock troops. We are at tier 2 though, so I'm trying to think what I can get. The 122 might be a good idea, but I have no idea what he's getting in terms of his DP buys at this point. All we've seen is the Stewart. And again, he can either get an Artie Sig or he can get the Priest. And the Priest is going to be a really good counter to these emplacements, since this guy's nearly done. And we hear it. And he gets a crazy shot in between the two. I don't know what he was aiming for. Maybe he's got vision on this guy. But I didn't know that actually screws up the building. Because all that fucking gets the craziest shot on the 40 ITK. Very curious, Chaos, if you had vision on that. Or if you saw it before and that was the AI. Just crazy. But yeah, we actually can't build this this coastal gun emplacement anymore for some reason. It does get rid of it, I guess. So now I'm gonna build sandbags a little further back just to get some cover coming up. He's got another huge squad and shotgunners coming into this point, and it's just absolutely shredding us. There's the Priest in the distance. We'll try to go at it with the 122. Maybe we'll get lucky. Get a lucky shot, counter battery him. It might actually be our only option here. Praying he doesn't see the other coastal emplacement, although that one should technically be at least partially. We missed with the first shot. Man, he's dead on. He must have been just direct controlling that, waiting, because he's right behind us in terms of that first shot. I doubt he's got vision other than me shooting. See where his shot came. Looks like he barely missed. Looks like we hit it. We were close at least. He's again pushed us off our home point. He's got the center as well. Even with our infantry, we're not able to get more in. We just barely get out of the way there, which is crazy. And I was going to send a squad out to the left to try to get over there, but as the shot comes so close. So I'm like, how is this possible, man? Does he have vision? Like, what? How is he so accurate? That nearly hit us. He doesn't have vision. So he did F5, which is just the attack key. And I guess it's just the AI. Yeah, the AI. The AI is just so, that's crazy, man. I don't know about that. That might need to be changed up. Like, the AI without vision is that accurate when I'm not even in sight. Like, if that was just a few meters closer, I mean, he would have killed me. So, I don't know. That's nuts. The Priest is already kind of busted from what I've seen and what I've heard. But I think they got to rework the RD and the AI a little bit there. That's crazy. But he's got an M20 out. I called in a T28. try to counter it. Probably a stupid move. I think finish tanks other than the 2 T-34s are just kind of useless. The stew's okay, but it's still nothing to write home about. We were able to technically decap his south point, so we stopped the bleed for a short second, and we were able to almost recap ours. We've pushed him back. We're gonna get one of the AT guns. As this M20, I believe, is actually coming for the Artie here. Then he decides to bail off. What is that? That must have been the little bit of performance drop there, a little performance enhancing drug. That guy. I think we would have missed either way, but like that broke the jump. Wild. But we got to get into the center, even with an off. I really don't know what to do. It's a really bad matchup for us. Yeah, I think if we had gotten one of the other finished doctrines, we might have been a nice shot there to do some damage, but not really kill anyone. And the 350s are just so this is kind of getting a little out of hand. Not really in our favor. Moving up, actually I'm pulling back T-28. I did hear the bazooka hit first, and this is actually the guy from the M20 that he pulled out and pulled the bazooka out of the M20. We do get it. We do kill him technically, but smart move by Chaos dropping that guy off in cover. Looks like there's a guy with a shotgun right around this corner. I'm gonna get all confused, try to kill him real quick. Not shotgun. I'm sure there's a guy with a shotgun in this building. Oh, was that him? No, another M1 grad. Bro's got just guys everywhere. We lose the T-28. I believe that was to actually the priest. So that sucks. We do have the big gun up, so we've got the coastal gun in place. There's no heavy armor out to really go against at the moment. Trying to see what's in range. Looks like that's going to be too far. Although it would have been wild if we far shot and got that. So I do apologize, Chaos, on the far shooting there. Looks like we got a couple shotgun guys running up on the left. Those shotguns are busted. Still not able to really clear the center. The priest looks like one hit the gun and took out most of the cover on it. So like I said, just a worthless thing when there's already on the field. And I should have known it was coming too, given the tier 2. It's just such a natural counter to this doctrine. Gun seems to be down, I believe. We're going to try to repair it. We do have cap value once again, but looks like we've now got a, I believe that's a 105 coming out. It's the HVSS. It's going to be doctrine buy. Which means he would have gone pretty heavy into tier 2. I can see the priest, so I'm going to click on it with my AI. Try to do something there. The gun still isn't up. Still being repaired. Looks like the 122 hit the priest or nearby to take out some of the crew. Thank God for that. At least something's going our way. He may not have vision, I have no idea, but I feel like he could have shot by now with how long this is taking. And I finally jump off and I look and it's going to take forever to repair that thing, which sucks. Probably need to pull in the AT gun. Massive explosion. It is the HVSS. So he did go heavy with his doctor. We got another squad coming up on our C point here. He's going to be able to get in because we didn't really press our advantage once we cleared him out to move forward because we're overwhelmed on this side having to deal with this. He's in a very good position. 702 to 238 in his favor. We do get this thing up, though. We are able to put a shot into the Sherman. One more does set him off, so we did manage to mitigate the damage on that thing. Only did some minor damage, thankfully. We got to get some more infantry into our home point. We did bring up some Vet 3 guys to at least start decapping here. I'm going to try to get some across this roadway if I can, but I doubt I'll be able to. It's got a ton of infantry pushing in over here. Yeah, just short like that, so it doesn't kill him. Looks like we're maybe out of AT as well. We got white phosphorus, I believe. We'll get an ammo truck up. Maybe we'll get lucky, put a white phosphorus shot, burn him out. Coastal gun is up, but the Jeep is behind the building, so we can't hit that as he's just getting flank shots. And oh, look at these guys, poor guys that are crossfire. We're gonna bring up this truck and just self-destruct it if we can, because it's just eating our CP at the moment. There's no other tanks, so there's no real reason to get the AT gun now. Try to get this thing up a little bit further if I can. And we get stuck. Oh, we'll die here. Man, what a bummer. This is not anywhere close to our way at this point. We are not playing very well. This doctrine is definitely my kryptonite, it looks like. We found one that I'm not really able to hit that one. See if we can hit this. I believe it's either an M15 or M16, depending on if it's a doctrine guy. Hit it dead on. It is the M16. The infantry game has not been in our favor. And it's mainly been, I would honestly say, the 50 cals. The 50 cals, I mean, and the shotguns at M1 Grant. It's everything. What am I going to say? The Finns just are not a good play against the Americans in terms of this doctrine. I do think we probably could have had better luck with one of the other doctrines, maybe. Looks like the wreck of the Panther and these trees are going to block line of sight on that 50 cal. Knowing he still has the priest, although it's been quiet, I think we may have taken it out or maybe damaged it. We're going to put some sandbags around this thing just to maybe absorb some blast. We brought in some reinforcements. Ah, there's the priest. Right as we say something. He's back. Brought more reinforcements into the home point. We're going to try to move them up. Try to push. Needs to get more infantry into the center. This is not looking too good. At this point, I really don't know how to kind of counter him. His infantry is just surprisingly... I mean, it's not really that surprising, I think, but he's just doing so much better than me. And I'm not playing the center very well, I think. We're very bad. We're not really doing anything in the center. We're kind of just letting chaos... We try to snipe him with AP there. We're just kind of letting chaos dictate this match, which is likely the bigger of the two problems. We should be more aggressive as the priest decimates the coastal gun. So we miss again. Coastal gun is down. Doesn't need to be repaired at least yet, so we can still recrew it, but Tier 3, nothing really looks good. Nothing that I would get in a 1v1 at least. Pull out a BAF C and try to just run it into his backline for the priest. And of course, right as I call it in, there's another... It's like another 105, maybe another HVSS if it's another doctrine by, which means he's double down. So he's probably not got much doctrine points left, if any at all. We pulled in the second officer into the middle. And again, I mean, we hardly make a dent in terms of the value, so he's probably got both of his officers. Yeah, it's another HCSS. So he went heavy on the he's probably used up all his doctrine points, I would think, by now. If not, like, minimal left. This priest is zeroing in on 122. It's getting uber close. We nearly hit direct impact the 105. It wouldn't have done much at this point, but I'm gonna call it at this point. There's really nothing I can do against him in this scenario. Definitely the worst doctor. Yeah, he knows it too. worst scenario to go against all around US. Maybe a US doctrine without counter artillery, the coastal guns would have been a little bit better. But having the priest available just kind of nearly. It just kind of kind of negates what we could have really done here. Actually, we don't even have enough for anything in tier 3, so it wouldn't have even really mattered. But he's still zeroing in on our RD. He's about 150, 140 away now. Still getting uber close. There's nothing I can do. Even if I tried to counter this 105, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe calling the 75. AT gun in would have done something, but this takes out a couple more of the crew. I just don't know if I could have done anything to we have no like light vehicles that are decent enough to counter the US light vehicles. Takes us out there. Nothing in our doctrine really would have helped. The 122 I would have figured was the best thing to go for. Guy laying down with a shotgun, absolutely. That's probably like 40 yards, 50 yards away. Just one shots that guy. Insane. We got the coastal gun back up. We're not gonna be able to shoot through the brick wall there. We've stopped spawning anything in this game at this point. Chaos is trying to go at us, and I think we hit on that one. Yeah, we're bouncing. And looks like he's got a guy close that takes us out with the bazooka. He's crawling someone up. Very rough. Very rough. Very well played on his part. Very unlucky on our part. The RNG was not in our favor in this one. How I wish sucks. I mean, gotta play it better in my own way, right? So it's not really anyone to blame. I think the coastal guns are an issue. I don't know how to play this one. Like, what could I have gone in this doctrine? 40 ITK was decent. The heavy engineers were really a bust. The engineer squad, the pack maybe been good. Like AT mines, they don't even come with AP mines to AP mine off my point, just the ATs. So like, what's the point in them, right? There's no AP miner. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This is tricky. I don't know how I would have countered this. If you guys got any ideas, let me know as it comes to a draw here, and Chaos does secure the win. Let's see. What did he call in? Shot. Look at the shot. So he had an officer early on. Shotgun teams. Shotgun. So that's when he made his assault. Shotgun sniper. Man, crazy. So we do move to 4-2 in the series. Chaos moves to 1-0. Good for you, Chaos. They absolutely handed me that loss, man. Very well played. Unfortunate circumstances. I do want to run it back against you. I will call you out on a new challenge. Hopefully we do get a little better RNG on that next one. Anything but finish defensive. Who knows? Maybe I can play allies, and we'll see what you can do on the opposite end, my friend. But hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be out for blood in the next RNG operation. Stay tuned for more.